Hi, it's Ryan from Knights Around a Table, and this is a game called Tiny Towns, sent to me by the fine people at AEG. I know almost nothing about tiny towns, just from what I've read on the back of the box. It appears that some furry woodland creatures are building tiny towns, which of course at first brings to mind Everdell, where you have woodland creatures building tiny towns. But in that game, the tiny towns were built out of flat cards, and in this game, they are built in glorious 3D Technicolor wood. And the back of the box does indeed list a whole pile of wood that you're going to find inside. We'll find out very shortly. But it also is a pattern matching game. I don't know if we'll call the mechanic that. Pattern matching? I haven't looked it up on Board Game Geek to see if that's what they've listed it as, but this looks like AEG's answer to Sagrada and Azul, if I were to guess, because you have cards, as we'll soon see. Oh, what am I talking for? Let's just open the thing and we'll find out. So much blah, 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 but you can just open the darn box, right? Look, I know you don't have all day to watch me open a box. I almost don't have all day to open a box. I got stuff to do. I can't be opening boxes all day. Here we are. Huh. A little effort required, but box fartometer 0. You know, not a lot of games are ranking on the old box fartometer these days. Maybe box technology has reached a point where there are no more box farts. I don't know. Me, I don't mind a little box fart. It's fine. Instruction booklet off the top. Welcome. Well, how nice. You are the mayor of etc. And this is a game for 1 to 6 players, it says. Interesting, a game that you can play solo. That's great because I don't have a lot of friends to play board games with me, so I love a solo game. But I've never actually played a game solo because I'm not a loser. What are we looking at? Instruction, it's a very big instruction booklet. It's the size of the box. Gorgeous full color illustrations, big. The text isn't too cramped. I always know I'm in for a treat when the text is like, yeah, magnifying glass. Oh, but it looks well laid out from what I can tell at a glance, and not too long either. This is only an 8-page rule book, so alrighty. We have a pad of score sheets, which always, I've mentioned this before, it always gives me anxiety because I'm like, oh, what if I run out and I'll never be able to buy more? And then look at my old games and I've got, 3 used sheets off the top of the pad. So I'm no longer worried about running out. What should I look at first? Here's all the wood. That's exciting. Let's crack open the player boards first. They look like this, which, I mean, they're pretty vanilla. Very reminiscent of Agricola's player boards. Cards, wood. Let's go wood. A lot of wood. Said the lumberjack's wife to the lumberjack. I don't know how to make sense of everything. These are buildings for your tiny towns. This one looks like a building that would house candy. And this one looks like a building that would house candy. It's really wishful thinking on my part. I just really like candy. Some wooden tokens here, standard cubes, but in non-standard colors. I mean, gray and brown we've seen before, yellow, oh, maybe they are standard colors. I don't know, maybe that blue is just new to me. So fancy teal cubes, more buildings, lots of different buildings. This weird, oh, right, okay, so I read about this on the back of the box. I'm like, what the heck is this? It's a sailboat with a very long mast. It's Geppetto's wooden leg. did he have? No, he had a puppet. What's going on? This is a hammer. I imagine this is Start and Spielen first player token, because I'm smart like that. And pink, it's nice to see pink components in the game. That's cute. These look like little castle-y rook sort of things. You know what? I've never heard a castle called a rook outside of chess in my life. It's never like, I'm going to Scotland to visit the rooks. So where did that word come from? I'm gonna go look it up and then be embarrassed, or maybe when somebody comments, they'll be like, no, you idiot, no. Okay, bird, I've heard of a, what am I even talking about? This round tokens, I've lost the plot entirely, and cards. Let's look at some cards. This has to be salvageable somehow. Nice tight wrap, but no nice rip strip, so I don't know how I'm gonna get into this other than chiseling. Oh, I have this knife. Oh, so nerve-wracking, I don't wanna wreck the cards. I don't have a very steady knife hand, which is why they won't let me do surgery. And probably the only reason why they won't let me do surgery. Here are the cards, as I mentioned, or I was trying to convey, before we just dove right in. It's a very Sagrada, Azul-y kind of thing where there are patterns and you presumably have to make these patterns on your board with cubes, and then that equals pink castle. Obelisk of the Crescent. It's very, that's how forest creatures talk, obviously. Shrine of the Elder Tree. I am a field mouse. Right. So I presume that you make these patterns with the cubes on your board, and then you are able to construct the buildings depicted on the cards. So a very sort of Minecraft crafting table sort of aesthetic or shtick. This one is a different size card, and it does have a little gluey fold. This is the easiest building pattern in the game. Oh, yellow cube, I win. No, I have no idea. I guess these, I'll refer to one resource. Are these just cards where you store the resources? I don't know, but I will as soon as I read the instruction booklet, which, as usual, is required for me to know a single darn thing about a game. Maybe we can pull clues out of the scoring sheet. You score for, as your name goes across the top, so far so good. It's like Mensa up in here. And then I assume points for each type of building that you build, and then oh, what is that game? Like Patchwork, you lose points, I guess, for not having certain spaces on your board filled up, and then you math magic the whole thing together, come up with the total score, and off you go. Looks pretty straightforward, really simple. I'm not surprised that the rule book is only 8 pages, because I can almost figure out how to play without even reading it. I would never be that bold, but I will read it, and I'll make a how to play video for it, which you can watch and enjoy with all of your friends. Thank you for watching this one, Tiny Towns. Did it fade out yet? Did you just watch that whole thing? Oh, hey, to 100% this video, click the badge to subscribe, and then click the bell to get notifications when I've got new stuff.